What's good, everybody? We're about to review this Thunderbolt, final Thunderbolt trailer. But before we review it, I just want you guys to understand my credentials, all right? Take a look at my credentials really quickly. I'm not just like, an entry level into the Marvel universe or DC universe. I pretty much have the credentials to tell you anything and give you facts-based opinions on these things. And you should take my stuff as like a highly credited individual. All right, look at this. And just so you understand the dedication, I read or read a little bit of everything. So none of this stuff is new to me. From Moon Knight to Alpha Flight, if you know who this is, you know why they're so popular, or they were popular, or not even popular, like Controversy, Punisher, DC, The Death of Superman, 1993, right? X-Men, right? Not the X-Men. Spawn. Pretty much got like every Gambit comic there was. Transformers, Vision. None of these stories are new. They're pretty much like recreations of earlier stories that they pretty much made for the modern audience. Look at this. Have you ever seen this comic? They come out with this once every few years. Let me see if it was like a show you guys. It was a Silver Surfer, Uncanny X-Men. Right now, I just want you to see that I don't just have an associate's, I don't have a bachelor's, I don't have a master's degree, I have a doctorate degree in comics. A doctorate. I'm up there. Might not showcase it too often, but I'm up there. Phoenix, War Gambit. Where is that Secret War comic? One of the first Gambits, early X-Men. The heck did I put the Secret War? I had Secret War. Some Iron Man here. I just want you to see. So I'm just not talking out my ass when I critique certain things, and people only know of the MCU. Damn, did I lose Secret War somewhere in here? Captain America, Warlock, difference between Amazing, Spectacular, and some sensational Spider-Man here. Secret Wars. Let me tell you some of the dates of some of these comics. Spider-Man, Madam Web. Let me tell you how old this thing is. Alright? Show you some of the commercials that were in this. See that? Nintendo 64. Let me see if I can find an older one. Oh, where's the Death of Superman? Either way, I'm just trying to say, I'm not no spring chicken when it comes to this. Alright? So, let's get into it. Alright, so you saw that. So you're official. So you got my PhD in all this comic book stuff, video games, art. I got it. You can come to me for the source. So with that being said, let me show you a couple few. Let me show you some more. I got that Luke Cage. You see that? Let me show you how deep I am. I got that Spider-Man in manga. All right? A movie that would have been great when Wolverine was doing his own movie at his time if they went deeper into the Weapon X. Maverick. All right? I got some DC for you. Thor. They actually did that movie for that comic. Phalanx would also be a great story, but they're not going to do that if they went deeper into X-Men. And then they got Gambit, all right? But for what we're about to review, I just want to show you how official I am. This is Thunderbolts' very first appearance. You see that? Introducing the Thunderbolt. Their first appearance was in Hulk's comic in around 1997, I believe. All right, so let's watch this, and I'll give you my opinion afterwards.
Lena, being a hero, there is no higher calling. Your sister understood something about that.
I should have come back for you.
No. That's just a fairy tale.
I was in high school when the Avengers came. Kind of strange that it's all over now. No one's coming to save the day.
I think
There's been so many Thunderbolts. I think this is like, this team right here is like the 6th or 7th team, if I'm not mistaken, because Bucky's involved.
we can be the ones that are coming.
Bucky, you have the wrong people. We have all done bad things.
Look, I've been where you are. The past doesn't go away. So you can either live with it forever, or you can do something about it. I am
His arm is strong.
a void.
Look what you unleashed. You can't outrun the emptiness.
We can't do this.
I'm gonna give you guys
No
my
one
opinion.
here is a hero.
We all have things that we regret.
But I have so many.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Bro, I just don't know how they're gonna pull this off. All right, I'll let it finish.
We can't stop him alone. No one can. But we can find a way. Together.
Marvel Studios Thunderbolts.
Meh. You know, I'm not. Here's the thing. I'll give you my insight, right? Here's the thing, right? Someone said it best. The Thunderbolts are Marvel's Suicide Squad, right? And think of Sentry as Marvel's Superman on crack. There's a reason why he doesn't appear in comics so much. It's because he makes himself forget about himself, right? It literally happens. The Sentry is overkill, which is why I know the ending, and anyone who's an avid comic book hero kind of knows the ending of what's going to happen already. They're not going to be able to beat him. They're going to have to talk him down and make him switch back to the Sentry. So, damn, I got to explain this character. Basically, this dude is literally on crack, or was on crack. He ingested a super serum that was 100,000 times stronger than the Captain America super serum and made him 100,000 times stronger than the sun or whatever. He is every superhero combined on steroids with schizophrenia and multiple personalities. So what you saw in the trailer was basically him as the Void, right? The Void is his other personality. And then him as a Sentry, he's okay. He can be talked to, he can be spoken to. But him as the Void is like, they depict him as like, damn, like Naruto's Kurama. That's how they draw him sometimes in the comics. He's like this dark entity with red glowing eyes and energy around him, right? And what we just saw was the Void. There's no way this team is beating him. They're gonna have to somehow get into his psyche and talk him down and become the Sentry again. That's it. That is the movie in a nutshell. Do I need to see it? No. I'll wait for it to stream somehow because I already know they cannot beat this dude. Let me show you how much they cannot beat this dude. I'm going to show you his power level or all the powers this guy has. All right? Flight. Nigh invulnerability. You know what that means? The Sentry is a nigh omnipotent being who can do nearly anything he desires if he has the right mental state. There is a reason he is known as the most powerful. All right? Regenerative healing factor, and weather manipulation, flight, heat vision, invisibility, intangibility, illusion, inducement, biokinesis. You name it, this motherfucker has it. Invisibility, telekinesis, light projection, speed, heat vision, superhuman stamina, resurrection, photokinesis, telepath, energy absorption, super hearing, molecular manipulation, super strength, energy manipulation, teleportation, am I saying this right? I don't even know how to pronounce this. The Void possesses the telepath and a possibility to cyberpathetic capabilities, the level of which being unknown but quite possible. This dude is impossible. Immortality, infrared vision, darkness manipulation, enhanced senses. There's no way a Class C group like the Thunderbolts are going to beat him. Somebody's going to appease to his emotional side and get into his head because he is crazy and he has multiple personality disorder, so you could talk him down. But are they beating him? No. He could literally, all those people he killed, he could make them come back to life, which I'm also positive that they're going to do it at the end of everything as well. I already know what this movie is going to be. So am I excited to see it? No. I'm excited to see the characters. I'm excited to see Sentry on screen, but am I really excited for it? No, because I already know the plot. Anyone who has read comics knows the plot, that the Thunderbolts, not even the Avengers, could have beaten this guy. So that's it. You're not getting anything else. So it is what it is, bro. You're just going there to see Bucky and a couple of these people with subpar powers battle and run. They're probably going to be running the entire film, and that's it. So I'm not really looking forward to it. I'll definitely watch it once it hit Disney Plus, but other than that, no. So it's a no for me. Not gonna see it. Not this one. I'm out.